Wherever you are, wherever you'll be, wherever you show yourself.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to A Simpler Life with me, Terry. So this morning when I got up and had my devotions and breakfast and knitted for a little bit on my socks, went and took my shower, and then I felt like I needed to make Mr. Jerry some snacks. He is out of cookies and I know he likes brownies. So I looked up a recipe and I found this brownie recipe that sounded good. It's supposed to be cake-like looking on the outside and fudgy on the inside. And Mr. Jerry loves pecans and walnuts in it, and we had some pecans I needed to use up. And so I chopped up about a half a cup of pecans, and then we always put some form of chocolate in a chocolate brownie. If I had peanut butter chips, I would have done peanut butter chips for him, but I had mini chocolate chips. So this recipe was very easy to do. It just took a half a stick of butter, and it took half a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, 2 eggs. The butter said to melt, and then I think it was a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, of baking powder, and a 1/3 cup of cocoa. And if I missed anything else, I'll tell you on the way. But it wanted you to cream the eggs, sugar, butter, and vanilla all together. And then add your dry ingredients and mix that up really well, and then any add-ins that you would like. And then you bake it at 350 in an 8x8 baking dish for, it said 20 to 25 minutes. We ended up doing it for 22 minutes, and it came out looking good. The edges were pulled away, and Mr. Jerry came out after it setting for about 10-15 minutes. He had a piece and he said it was very, very good. So on Our Simpler Life, I also wanted to show you another side besides all the crafts that I do. I still am a homemaker and I still have household chores like everybody. It's just that on our retirement life, simpler life, I get to choose when I want to do things. So today, all I have to do is just do the dishes in the dishwasher and fix our meals, you know, the everyday stuff. So I'm using a 1/2 cup measure cup right there, in case you're wondering. So Mr. Jerry is doing well today. He slept halfway decent last night. He didn't wake up at all in the night. When he went to bed last night, we went to bed about 10:30. He had all feeling back in his hand, and I had given him some Advil or ibuprofen before he went to bed. And then when the cats got us up about 6:30, I got up to feed him, and of course he got up with me, and he wanted some Advil, and I said to him, I says, well, I can open it for you. He goes, give me a second, let me try. And that's the man of it. So, but he did get it open. So, and then went back to bed, and the cats just kept hollering, wanted me up, so I got up about 7:30, and he got up about 8:30. So, but so far he says that the ibuprofen is helping, and he knows that it's there. That he had something done on his thumb and ring finger. So, but he is bored, and I knew he would be, and this is only day 2. So I'm mixing all that and creaming it. I decided that I was going to hand do this in a bowl. You could do this in a mixer or a stand mixer. I have this Danish whisk that I really, really like. I got it when I used to do sourdough breads, but I got out of the sourdough bread because it was not agreeing with Mr. Jerry's system. In fact, it was, not good for him, even though it's supposed to be, but his system didn't like it. So, but it's one of my favorite whisks. But other than that, I don't have any plans today, but to record this for you. And right now I am sitting here with my feet up, looking at the birds, talking to you, my friends, with my cup of coffee and my sock to knit on. So I am going to let you go and let you watch me make brownies. If you don't want to watch, no big deal. Can always fast forward. So thanks for stopping by, my friends, as always. See you after a little bit.
Try to wake up every morning and be thankful. Count your blessings one day at a time. Be grateful for every chance you're given to see another day, even when that sun don't shine. Sometimes people that you call friends will test you, make you say and do things you wouldn't normally do. And it's in that split decision, how you handle yourself, that leaves your legacy and how this world views you. So before you go out, try your best and do everything to make sure you got exactly what you need. That's why I sit on my front porch every morning when I wake up, taking some caffeine and a good book. Pray that it's enough, 'cause I know it's waiting out there in this crazy world we live in, and the devil's always out there somewhere trying to trip me up. So I take each day as it comes coffee and Jesus.
Hey my friends, I just had to show you that he is bored. As I was taking care of dishes and going to load things up, he came out and said, "What can I do? I'm bored." So I just started handing him stuff, thinking that he can at least take care of one-handed. And as I go away, you'll see that he took over. So I just thought I'd come on and let you see that pajama day is real in our household, and that it's not just one person that does everything. It is a combined effort between the two of you, and that way you get things done, and then everybody gets to enjoy their downtime.
Snapshots and pictures of memories, filling the pages of time. Moments that make up your history, keeping the story alive. We want it to last. We travel so fast. What do you see looking back at your life? Faces and places connecting the lines. Capture the moments again and again. When you remember when. A message arrives from the future, reminds you to look where you are. Like a song that you love, all your memories become the melody deep in your heart. We want it to last. We travel so fast. What do you see looking back at your life? Faces and places connecting the lines. Capture the moments again and again. When you remember when. Remember when.
remember when.
Hey friends, welcome back. How are you? How's your day been? Mr. Jerry's got his headphones on watching a movie. So I'm in my sewing room and I got some more coffee. We usually don't drink coffee all day long, but I did a second pot this morning and we've kept it going most of the day. And so he's been getting up and having a cup of coffee every once in a while, and I just refilled mine. So I think this is only my third one though. But so yeah, how are you? We're doing good. We are doing good. I've been out there watching the birds and lots of squirrels today. They've all come out since we fed them and everything, and we've had a couple crows out there today too. But the brownies turned out really good, like I said. I screenshot it, so I will try to post it at the end of this talk, the recipe, for anybody that wants it. So, but I was knitting on my second pair of socks and just started the heel flap, or the heel flap, the back of it, and I'm getting tired. And I was going to close my eyes and take a little kitty nap because the cats were all sleeping, and the next thing I know, just as I was thinking about it, it's like having little kids. They seem to know. She got right up and she started crying because she wanted some wet food, because at lunchtime they were sleeping through lunch. So got up, I fed them both, and then I took care of lunch dishes in the dishwasher and wiped the counters down and covered up the brownies. And now both kitties are in here and they're playful, so especially Mr. Simba. Just a second. So Mr. Simba is right here, Nyla's behind me. So but I thought I better talk to you so I can, he is just so full of it, so I can get this up and loaded before I have to do supper later tonight. We are going to have, I'm going to fix pork chops with a type of potato, whether they are mashed or done in the microwave. If I do them in the microwave, it's like a baked potato. And then a side of green beans, and we still have cornbread muffins left over from Sunday, and that will be our supper. I know tomorrow we're going to do for us a double batch of beef stew, so that will give us 4 meals. And I'll have to take out some hamburger out of the freezer and some chicken. So, but I'll wait to do that tomorrow. So, but yeah, I'm just like, I should be in here sewing, but I just don't feel like it today. I think it's because I'm still, you know, when you're taking care of somebody, and I knew that today I'd be a little bit more tired because of the worry of the surgery and how he was going to do, and then when he had the lightheaded, lightheadedness from the anesthetic. He said he was never dizzy. It was just, you know, it's when you have to be careful because things just don't feel right. And then today is the opposite. Now it's like I gotta try to make him rest a little bit more still, but he will probably get up and help me do supper. It is trash day and I planned on doing that, but when I was eating lunch, he got up and he did trash. I mean, he can still do stuff, he just can't, you know, right now he's got that thick padding and he's supposed to be moving his fingers 10 times a day, and but you know, he has that 5-pound weight limit and he can tell. I mean, if he turns it or does something, it kind of gives him a little ooh like that, but it still has stitches in it too, so it's going to be a little tight in there. So I'm just letting him do. He's keeping up on his ibuprofen. He's going, instead of 4 hours, he's going like 6 hours, and so, but yeah. Oh, I did order some seeds, some begonia seeds, because begonias are his favorite flower. And last year I wanted to try to grow some because I have a whole bunch of seeds I'm going to start this year that I did last year. Simba. The marigolds I did for the garden, they did awesome. I mean, my snapdragons not so much, but I'm going to try to winter sow them, and I'm still winter sowing my flowers. I'm going to wait until this weekend, and he'll take his wrap off and the gauze that's underneath it, and then he'll put band-aids on it. But I'm going to wait till this weekend because I know if I start doing it, he's going to come out and want to help. So, because he had it all set up to help me anyways. And when they're sewing, it's just that you take like some type of jug, and we've got a bunch of milk jugs. I think I got 9 or 10 of them now. And you cut the jug from right where the handle is at the bottom, leave underneath the jug a good inch and a half, and then cut all the way on each side so it opens up, and like that. You throw away the top because that's how they get their air, the water, the heat, whatever. It's like a mini aquarium for them. And then the bottom half you fill up with potting soil that has been pre-moistened with the water and stuff, not, you know, soaking, but wet. And then you just sprinkle a bunch of seeds on it, and then, you know, just barely cover them with the potting soil and pat them down, and then just tape it around, and don't forget to write what it is. I saw someone put a marker on the inside of the name, which I thought was a good idea, and then they wrote it on the jug. And the whole idea is, these are for your flowers, your vegetables that really can tolerate and need that cold. And so mine are mainly for my poppies, my snapdragons, my carnations, my bells of Ireland. Those are for right now. When the time gets closer, if I wanted to do the others, I could, but I had really good luck just seed starting the marigolds and stuff indoors. But last year, my poppies and everything, they just didn't do. And I even did them like you should in the refrigerator for the cold stratification for 3 or 4 weeks, where you take a Ziploc baggie and you stick a paper towel in there and you moisten it, all but an edge of it, so that the moisture can kind of go to that dry, but you don't want it soaking wet. And then you just sprinkle a bunch of seeds in there, and you just seal it up and throw it in your refrigerator for 3 or 4 weeks. And then when it's time to get them out, just open it up and cut down both sides to unpeel it, and then you just plant your seeds in your seed starter soil and stuff. I did that last year, and they just didn't do hardly anything. So I want to try this winter sowing. And the whole point of the winter sowing is that it makes it so that nature tells it when it's time. So they will, if everything goes right and you get good seeds in there, that when it's time, they will germinate themselves. And then when you start to see the seedlings come up, then you open up the top, and then you just let them finish, and then you just, everything's done for you. So we're going to try it. I have a lot of seeds, and we'll see what happens, you know. So, but I did get some begonias, like I said, and I will start those inside. I need to start the begonias, my onions. I have a white onion, a red onion, and my bunching onions, or your salad onions, your spring onions, you know, the ones that got the little teeny tiny white bulbs on the bottom and the long green that you can use in cooking and salads. All of those take a while to do. So I need to start those probably by this weekend also. If not this weekend, then the beginning of next. And then I have celery that needs to be started, I think the end of February. I'll have to look at my book and stuff again. So, but yeah. It's hard to believe that it is February already. Tomorrow is our son's birthday. Normally I would have gotten a card around and sent him something, but it just, you know, with everything going on with Jerry and everything, it just slipped my mind. So, but I always send them a happy birthday, and I always sing them happy birthday in a text, and I send it to them, because I know that he gets, probably they sing happy birthday to him because he still has young kids. And I do the same for our daughter. Her birthday's the end of February, and I know that she gets no one who sings to her. But I will try to get a card around for her at least to send it to her. So, but yeah, so as I'm sitting here drinking my coffee, I thought I better come on. I know this is an extra long one today. I hope you don't mind me showing you the side of me that I don't like showing people when being in PJs and everything, because all I see is, I want to say all I see is ugliness, and I'm trying not to do that. All I see is a body that is on a journey to improve itself. How's that? A body that's lost 40-some pounds. A body that is getting healthier inside and out. The older I get, it seems like the thinner things get on my head, and skin loose and all this and that, and I'm trying to not dwell on the negative, but try to find the positives in everything, because I'm still here. So today was the day that when I recorded that was 10 in the morning, and you know, Mr. Jerry's been retired. It'll be 6 years this December. And this is the first year that he has actually felt comfortable always staying in pajamas. because it's too cold. Even if he didn't have the surgery, it's too cold for him to go out there and work. And I tell our kids, I says, you know, I guess I've converted them, because I was the one who, when I was retired, I'd get up, take a shower, and put on a clean pair of sweats and be comfy. And didn't wear jeans during the day. I wasn't going nowhere, so why put jeans on? Because no one was stopping here, and we weren't going and I wasn't going no place. And I could always slip on a pair of jeans if we were. So some would call that laziness. I call that earned. Yep, I call that earned from all the years of having to wear uniforms and scrubs and dress clothes, and you know, I earned this. So, but both cats are behind you. Simba's laying on the blanket there looking out the window, and Nala's right behind looking out the window. They both like it in here when I'm sewing. I need to get another blanket folded up so it extends out so they both have a place to lay, because this always was Nala's place. But that's what Callie, our Calico, used to do too. We always had a bed for her up here. But now there's two of them. And Mr. Simba has decided that he likes being in here with his mama, and he likes looking out the window. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to go back out to the sunroom and add this on to the end of the clip and edit it and get it up for you. And rest a little bit before I have to get up and go start supper again. Thanks for stopping by as always. I appreciate you. Clue 3 before I let you go. Clue 3 comes out for my crochet along tomorrow. Thursday blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 comes out for my scrappy 2026 quilt along. I still have to do cutout blocks 3 and 4. You would have heard Simba. And then Friday and Saturday come out clue 4 and 5 for the game day one, and that's the patriotic one that you've been seeing. So I'm hoping tomorrow, well, I'll be crocheting, I know that, but I'm hoping tomorrow I will be able to get back in my sewing room to be able to finish this clue that I was working on, because I'm halfway there and I want to get it done, and try to get blocks, 3 and 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4 done, and maybe by the weekend get all the others done. But that's a lot of sewing. So plus knitting on that sock. Once I get to the foot part of it, then I usually within a day or two, I'm motivated enough, I want to get it done. So because the next Christmas Club yarn arrived, and so I'm going to wait to show you that on Friday, and along with anything else I might have done. So thanks again, my friends. Thank you for stopping by as always. Until we meet up again, enjoy your life. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. And let this be the year that you talk more positive about yourself and you put a positive spin on what a negative would have been. That way it will help me be accountable to myself too. See you soon.